Let's now begin this bulletin by bringing you the latest from Mexico. After a 2-month COVID-19 lockdown, Latin America's second-largest economy, that is Mexico, has just begun reopening its coronavirus lockdowns. Now, despite the country witnessing a surge in the number of cases and deaths, the lockdowns have been lifted. Mexico has reported more than 1,000 deaths in a 24-hour span for the very first time. With more than 11,500 COVID-19 deaths and more than 100,000 confirmed cases, Mexico is second only to Brazil in Latin America for the high number of fatalities and is now fourth in the region in terms of infections. Markets are full and millions are racing to work across Mexico after some quarantine restrictions were lifted following an extended lockdown. Officials were deployed to check for high body temperatures in commuters at bustling metro systems. Citizens filed through specially formed queues to promote social distancing. The Mexican government had announced its plan last month to start reopening the country from anti-coronavirus measures on June 1st. But recent deaths and new COVID-19 infections from the pandemic have scaled new peaks this week, which has now dampened expectations for major changes. In most states, the reopening of schools has yet again been pushed back. In addition, some cities are imposing fines on citizens for not complying with their social distancing regulations. The Mexican government has color-coded every state in Mexico depending on the number of coronavirus cases that they have. In red zones, only essential activities such as construction and mining can resume, whereas in the green zones, activities in public spaces and even schools can reopen, albeit with respecting social distancing and personal hygiene guidelines. The capital, Mexico City, will remain a red zone until at least June 15th and until the hospital bed occupancy drops below the current 65%. People out on the streets in Mexico City are wary of a return to normalcy, while some say that they could no longer afford to stay in quarantine. The Mexican economy was already in a recession before the pandemic struck, and different investment banks have now forecast contractions as large as 9% for this year, with only a gradual recovery next year. Mexico's nationwide official social distancing rule ended on Monday, while most states will continue their lockdowns.